Good morning. I'm Dr. Robert, and my subject today on 5-ish Minutes with Dr. Robert is leftovers. Now, many of you who have read the Ayurvedic texts will know that it is very much a violation of Ayurvedic orthodoxy ever to have any food that is leftover. And frankly, it would be optimal always to prepare your food from scratch every time you have a meal so that it is nice and fresh completely and totally. This would be optimal. Sadly, you and I are not living in an optimal world. There will most definitely be moments when it will be inconvenient for those of us who live urban lives to always be preparing and consuming fresh food eternally. So there will be moments when it will be more convenient for you to have food that was prepared earlier. Should this be something that you always avoid doing, we are living at a time when that question is not really rhetorical anymore. The rhetorical answer to that question is yes, you must always eschew things that are not fresh. The practical question is, how can we consume leftovers in such a way that they will damage us in the least degree? The first thing I think we should consider is that if you are going to consume something that is leftover, if it has been left over one day and been properly refrigerated, yes, it will have some extra tummus in it. Yes, it will not have that great and wonderful vitality that fresh food does, but it will not be as bad as it could be otherwise. Once you get to 2 days, now you're getting to the prana has deteriorated quite a bit, the tummus has increased quite a bit, there's probably some changes that have happened that are not so great, and you should definitely be thinking of composting that. There are many pieces of evidence that suggest that it is in fact not good to take cooked rice and have it left over, even if it has been in the fridge, because of a particular bacteria that grows in it. So that might be one of your exceptions to the possible one-day rule. There are certain things that even taste better after one day. Lasagna, soup, curry. And so for certain things, there is a certain value in actually letting them continue to mature. There is also the question of, can we freeze things? And will that provide a general sort of retention of freshness to some degree? Many people have their own opinions. My opinion is that freezing is a, generally speaking, in the context of the modern way, benign way of preserving food. And I myself will, on occasion, consume things that have been frozen after being cooked, and I feel just fine after doing so. The most important test is how you feel when you consume the food. So it's very important that you pay attention to your own self and how you feel when you eat any kind of food. Because even if it's very fresh, if let's say the cook was in a very unstable emotional mood when it was cooked, that may be worse for you than consuming something that's leftover that was cooked by someone who was emotionally very balanced and had a very great desire for you to be well nourished by that food. So, yes, it is true that leftovers are not ideal, but we do not live in an ideal world. Please consider all the different factors carefully and consume appropriately according to how your body, your mind, your organism, your spirit react to that specific substance. This is Dr. Robert wishing you all bon appetit.